Hi and welcome to Module 1, Developing your SOAP or Strategy on a Page. In case you're wondering where such a seemingly strange word came from as in SOAP, well, that was not intentional. What was intentional was ensuring that a strategy could be condensed onto a single page. And so why is that important? Well, over the years I have created countless business plans. In fact, a business plan is one of those 101 things that you learn in any business class, maybe even in school. And if you jump into Google and you do a search for business plans, you'll come up with a zillion bits of information on templates and self-help ideas on business plans. But from my personal experience, either from what I've done in my own business or from what I've witnessed hundreds of other businesses doing themselves, is correctly setting up and creating a business plan is both powerful and beneficial to the business. But after they have been created, the majority of them are filed away and have little impact on the business. By contrast, a SOAP is made highly visible and is entwined into the DNA of the business. As we go through this program, this will become increasingly obvious, as will the reason why this is so important. For this opening message, I really wanted to ensure that you are fully set up to ensure that you are both committed and focused on completing every one of these modules and to implement the learnings into your business. To best ensure this outcome, I encourage you to consider the following three aspects. Number one, very important, simplification. And this is really at the heart of your SOAP. The simple reality is that your SOAP will mean nothing unless it is executed, and this execution will happen through the humans and not through some robot. The human brain and your employees do not handle complication well. You may think that you are a great multitasker, but research has clearly shown that that is a complete myth. In order for you and your business to be best at what it does, I really encourage you to think simply. Do not overcomplicate either the development or the delivery of your strategy. Keep it simple throughout the process. And if you have a tendency towards perfectionism and you are a detail-oriented individual, well, keep reminding yourself, keep it simple, keep it simple, keep it simple. Number two, equally important, is mindset. If you start off creating your strategy with a self-critical, a skeptical mindset, then the chances of any strategy being effectively implemented into your business is close to zero. Your mind is way more powerful and influential in your world than you could possibly imagine. How often have you come across or personally experienced an event yourself where when you have shared this event with other people, to some surprise you've learned that others who had a completely different set of eyes on them saw the world completely different. They interpreted it completely different to the way you interpreted. This is because we all have a completely different set of neural pathways and memories locked into our brain. So one of my favorite quotes is, "There's no such thing as reality, there is only just perception." And since perceptions are so different between us, by default it means there's no such thing as reality. You make your own reality, and if you want to fight against this realization, then I am sure you will acknowledge that you have in the past met many people who are so negatively minded that they only seem to attract drama in their lives, while other people seem to be on the other side. They're really positive and they tend to attract success, or they are just fortunate to stumble across and have luck. Well, your mindset when completing your business strategy needs to be positive and future orientated. Shell the skeptical, the know-it-all, that it won't work, that I have tried it before and that's impossible words and phrases and mindset. Those mindsets are not going to serve you well. The third and last point is the commit. So on the commit front, make others aware that you are developing your SOAP for your business. This could be your partner, your children, fellow employees or mates. And depending on them, ask them specifically to hold you accountable. But be specific. You could say something like this: "Hey Bob, I'm working on a program now to develop a business strategy. I know that I can get easily distracted, but what I would really like from you is every time I see you, I want you to ask me, how are you getting on with your SOAP? Are you making meaningful progress?" And then tell them that they need to wait for an answer. In other words, they mustn't keep on talking. I think you get the gist of this one. If you are familiar with the Eisenhower matrix, Your S.O.A.P falls into the important, not urgent quadrant. This is your business absolutely needs you to complete this whole program and develop a S.O.A.P, but it is not urgent. Net effect, unless your mindset is dialed in and you commit other urgent priorities, they will just get in the way and you will never develop a kick-ass business strategy. So now's the time, let's get going, let's start developing your S.O.A.P.